back, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is a motocross champion and an X Games gold medalist. He is the first rider to land a double backflip in competition. Oh, my God. I didn't think anyone other than I could do that. Please welcome Travis Pastrana. Let's get him out here. So much to talk about. That double flip, I was watching that over and over again today, and I was wondering, it's a question I always have when I see something like that, how does someone do that the first time? It doesn't look like there's any room for error.
No oops.
Yeah, because if you fail to, if you get caught halfway around, you're just going to get killed.
Yeah, you could look at it that way, or you could look at it if you do make it. How cool would that be?
Yeah, see, that's how our minds are different. Right. I'm more of the I might get killed person. Yeah. That's why I stay in the center of my room and I don't move, so nothing bad can happen to me.
That works.
Yeah.
Oh, you get in one of those sacks.
Yeah, exactly. The old dream sack. Man, I keep thinking about that word. You have. You really live this. You go for it 100%. How many bones have you broken?
I lost track when I was about 14, I think, on the broken bone count. But, I mean, general 9 operations on my left knee, 8 on my right, 2 on my back, elbow, wrist, general stuff like that.
General stuff? No. You've broken just about everything. Is that true?
Pretty much, I think I've broken, everything.
Okay. Any part that you still need to break that you're thinking about, or is it?
No, I mean, I'm pretty much, I'm good,
Okay.
Figure.
Yeah, all right.
Sorry.
How many concussions have you had?
I forget.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know where you are right now?
Wait.
You always hear, especially you hear about this a lot in football, concussions can affect you. Have you generally recovered quickly, or have these concussions had an effect on you?
No, I mean, concussions are definitely something you take seriously. I mean, you have a bone sticking out of the skin, you can pretty much, orthopedics love it. I'm first name basis on almost every state with orthopedics, and they can get you back pinned and plated. We're racing the next weekend, no big deal.
No big deal when the bone is coming out of the skin. It's no big deal.
Well, no, they put a plate on it or something, and then.
Yeah, but you make it sound like bone sticking out. Just plate that up and it's out the door. I would retire from the world if a bone came out of my... you know what I mean? No one would see me for years. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't talk to anybody, but you're just clearly a different human being than me. A superior being.
Right.
So what is it like? You get a concussion. What's the strangest effect that you've had from some of these concussions?
Concussions always vary. Usually you wake up, and you really don't know. Your friends play jokes on you, like, man, would you get over there? Your annoying kids and your really big wife is, and stuff like that usually wakes you up, because...
They can convince you that you're married with children and stuff, even what,
You're really starting to question it, at times.
Yeah.
So, that's the worst, because generally, you'll be unconscious, and, like, one time was live TV, and I woke up, and they're like, hey, what happened? I'm like, what do you mean?
Right.
You had dirt and blood and stuff, so you generally figure out you crashed. I can generally figure out that I was on a motorcycle. But, I love the sport. It's, not that part of it. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, well, but you keep doing it. It doesn't seem to faze you. What is the craziest stunt that you've ever tried? I was watching footage today. You've tried a lot of different stuff. What's the craziest one?
We just got into base jumping. We're doing a lot of film stuff and just making videos. And, high risk, low pay. That's kind of our motto.
Right.
And, this last one, we went and me and the mouse in my pocket, I jumped out of a plane with, you ever watched Johnny Utah? Well, not Johnny Utah, but Keanu Reeves' character in Point Break?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
wait
great.
a minute. In that movie, Johnny Utah, Agent Utah, watch the movie, jumps out of a plane without a parachute.
Right, but he actually, his stunt double actually had something on underneath. I just decided to, do it with no parachute. And
you jumped out of a plane without a parachute. At how high were you?
Well, unfortunately, we were in a POS plane that only could get to about 10,000 feet. We tried to get higher, but we were about to freeze.
You jumped out of a plane at 10,000 feet without a parachute. Why are you here talking to me right now?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Plammer. He was the guy that actually came down and caught me. Hopefully we won't show the whole... It was kind of gay. I mean, he mounted, had a hook on and... But,
that's an even more impressive stunt, in my opinion.
The first part was cool, I swear.
I'm going to jump out of a plane at 10,000 feet, and then I want you to come along and, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I'm told, do we have footage of this? I want to see. This is you jumping out of a plane with no parachute, and then you're just trusting that someone else jumped out with you, and that at some point they're going to catch up with you and grab onto you and initiate their parachute?
Yeah, well,
no one says initiate a parachute. I apologize.
Deploy? I don't know.
Let's not even talk about it. Let's take a look at this. You doing something that I would never do in a million years. Ah! That's crazy.
We could get you to do it. No problem.
That's the most visually arresting. A guy jumping out of a plane, and clearly you wore swim trunks so that there'd be no misunderstanding. You have nothing. You're falling through the air.
And I had DC socks on as well.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, they're very, I mean, they
yeah. You wimped out at the last second.
Yeah.
You can always land on the socks. That was crazy. I hope you take care of yourself. You seem like a very nice guy. I want you to, you know, be good. Don't do that again.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, it worked. It's kind of pass or fail. I always like that better.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it works.
The documentary 199 Lives is going to be in theaters April 16th and 17th, and you should check it out because that's just the tip of the iceberg. Travis, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
That was cool having you on the show. Travis Pastrana, everybody. Kate Walsh coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back. Great show tonight. Great show coming up tomorrow night. Animal expert Jeff Corwin's going to be here with his animals. They'll get loose, and we'll all be killed. From the new film Untraceable, Colin Hanks is going to be here, and musical guest Matt Nathanson. So watch that show. We'll be right back. Kate Walsh going to perform. All right, everybody, we're back. My next guest is here with a song from her album Tim's House, and on March 19th she'll be appearing at the Hotel Cafe in Los Angeles. Please welcome all the way from England, Kate Walsh. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for doing it. Kate Walsh, everybody. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Stick around. All right, that's our show. I want to thank all my guests. Stay tuned for Last Call with Carson Daly. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.